You are about to listen to another presentation of Raider basketball on your home for Raider sports, WWSU 106.9 FM. Raider up.
Hello and welcome to the Irvin J. Nutter Center here on New Year's Day. Happy New Year to all of you. My name's Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig. Noah, the Raiders coming to this one out off of a huge win for Milwaukee, against Milwaukee, I should say. And then the women come out yesterday and play UD for the first time in almost 10 years. So going into this one and going into Clint Sargent's second game as acting head coach, what do they got to do to pull this one out?
It's an exciting game for Raider basketball. I think if you're Wright State, you've just got to play confident. Wright State, they've won their last 3 now. And Green Bay, they've lost their last 5, including the last 2 in conference. So if you're Wright State, you've really just got to be confident for this game and play the game that you want to play. For Green Bay, you've got to find a way to turn your season around.
Yeah, absolutely. Green Bay comes into this one losing their last 5. So we're going to take a quick break so we can get to the national anthem here. When we come back, Raider basketball and all Raider basketball action when we come back on WWSU 106.9.
Hey, what's going on? It's KF Nash from Hot 102.9 and 1410 Wing AM, and I'm a proud alum of WWSU. You're listening to Wright State Raiders Sports right here on WWSU 106.9 FM, where the Raiders play.
Raider Nation, Happy New Year, and welcome to the Irvin J. Nutter Center here on the campus of Wright State University for the Wright State Raiders as they take on the Green Bay Phoenix and welcome the Green Bay Phoenix to the Irvin J. Nutter Center. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig. Starting lineups first here for Green Bay. At guard, number 2, Kamari McGee. Forward, number 3, Japana Kellogg. The other guard, number 5, Lucas Stieber. At forward, number 11, Cade Meyer. And rounding out the lineup is number 23, Emmanuel Ansong. For the Raiders, starting down low, number 00, Grant Basile. At guard, number 1, Trey Calvin. At the other guard, number 2, Tanner Holden. At forward, number 5, CJ Wilborn. And at guard, number 24, Tim Finke. Raiders win the tip here. Here's Finke. Calvin driving. Calvin kicks out to Basile. Basile out to Calvin. Calvin for 3. No good. Top of the key, here's McGee. McGee kicks it over to Ansong. Ansong inside to Meyer, and Meyer lays it in.
Ansong is going to be the threat here from Green Bay. He's averaging 12 a game for them, the highest for them, but he's also a very, very good deliverer for plays. He's going to be where the ball is going through most of the game today.
Wilborn inside tries to lay it up and in. Ball goes out of bounds, and possession goes back to the Phoenix. So we didn't have time to do score predictions today, Noah, but we'll do one quickly while we have a break in the action. Who wins? Who's the leading scorer?
I'm going to say Wright State wins, and I'll probably have Holden as the leading scorer. He's been the leading scorer for Wright State all the games. Unless Grant Basile pulls 35 like he did against Marshall, I think it's safe to say Holden's going to be the lead scorer of this game.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think Wright State wins this one as well. I have a solid bet on Tim Finke having a big day today.
Really?
I think Finke's due for a big day, and I think he has it here on New Year's Day.
You think he's going to be the top scorer, or you think it's going to be somebody else?
I think he'll be the top scorer today.
Okay.
Inside, CJ Wilborn lays it in and gets the Raiders on the board. Top of the key, here is Stieber. Kicking it over to Ansong. Ansong back out to Kellogg. Kellogg top of the key. Kicks it over, and that's Stieber for 3, and he hits.
Stieber so far has been kind of Green Bay's look from the three-point line, so if anybody on Green Bay is going to be taking that shot, they want it to be Stieber.
Holden top of the key. Holden kicks. Finke Basili inside to Holden. Holden tries to lay it up, and he's fouled. Tanner Holden heads to the free throw line here. First free throw for Holden, no good. Wright State shooting 78% on the season. That's 15th in the nation.
Wright State always a team that's kind of prided themselves on free throws. It's not something that they really brag about, but it's always a very quiet source of points for the Raiders.
Absolutely.
They're always very good at drawing out fouls, especially with players like Holden and Basili on the inside, and then they're always able to capitalize with just finishing on free throws.
And it seems like Wright State's always been, known for being a team that can't shoot the free throw very well, but this season they've done that actually pretty efficiently.
Yeah.
CJ Wilborn checks out into the game for the first time today is Keaton Norris. Grant Basili pulls away a steal. Basili moving quickly, driving in, kicks, so that's going to be Finke inside. They're going to call a foul on Green Bay. That's going to be on number 5, that's Lucas Stieber.
That's a really nice effort from Finke there. That pass almost gets into the Green Bay hands, and I think it did, honestly, but Finke just snapped it right back and was able to draw a foul there. Really great effort play from him.
So second game as acting head coach.
He's got a 100% win rate.
Is Clint Sargent, with Scott Nagy being in the COVID protocols here, so gets the win on Thursday night against Milwaukee, and then he comes out today, game number 2. And it was pretty funny in his press conference Thursday night. As McGee comes away with a steal there. Here's Meyer kicking it, and Song inside back to Kellogg, and Kellogg lays it in. But Clint Sargent comes into the media room after Thursday night's game and sits down and looks at everybody and says, "Okay, how does this go?"
Yeah.
But Scott Nagy did a FaceTime call with his players after the win Thursday night. And Coach Sargent said that meant a lot to him and a lot to the players. And, he said it's killing Coach Nagy not to be here, but he has the utmost support in Clint Sargent.
You could tell Sargent in his coaching style, especially in the press conference there, that drill sergeant yelling at his players, it's not really his style. He's more a cool, calm, collected, laid-back coach. He tells his players what he needs to tell them.
McGee from the mid-range hits the shot, and the Phoenix take a 9-3 lead here with 4 minutes in.
Phoenix looking very good from the start.
Inside to Calvin. He lays it in. Nice pass from Tanner Holden.
That's also a kind of impressive defensive play from Stieber there. You could see Calvin kind of trying to bait the foul if Stieber kind of jumped a little too far, but able to, I guess, keep his hands away and not allow the and one.
Here's Stieber. Stieber working on Trey Calvin. He'll kick it over inside to Ansong. Ansong from the free throw line hits. Green Bay taking an 11-5 lead here early in this one. Wright State with possession. Calvin kicks. Norris top at the key to Wilborn. Wilborn out to Tim Finke. Finke driving. Kicking out. Keaton Norris for 3. No good.
Norris hit 2 of them against Milwaukee and 2 big threes against Milwaukee. But this time won't fall.
Inside is Ansong. That's partially deflected. Calvin moving quickly. Calvin inside, laying it up, and he's fouled.
You have to compliment Green Bay on the way that they've played defense so far.
Wow.
Wright State really, really good at transition play, at getting a steal and just running down the court in 2-3 seconds. But Green Bay, they've been able to recover so far. There have been a couple steals, but Green Bay not allowing them to convert.
The timeout on the floor. We'll take one of them in the booth. 11-5 Phoenix, 15:02 to go first half. We'll be back on WWSU 106.9. Back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. 2 free throws there by the Raiders. Cut the Green Bay lead to 4, 11-7. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig here from the Irvin J. Nutter Center. Appreciate you hanging out with us on New Year's Day. Happy New Year to all of you.
The Phoenix starting out pretty hot in this one, shooting 62% from the field. I doubt that number will continue throughout the rest of the game, but still, the Phoenix looking very good as Wright State gets another stop.
Nice steal there by Keaton Norris. Here's Tanner Holden. Cross court to Wellage. Wellage for 3. No good. Rebound goes to a number 11. That's Cade Meyer.
these three-pointers aren't falling right now, but Wright State, they've gotten 2 stops in a row without drawing a foul. Defensively, they're just playing so well, I guess, this past minute or so.
Inside, here is Cade Meyer for 3, no good. Rebound Basili. Nice way to box out Randy Tucker right there. Here's Welledge inside, kicking, Holden, driving, mid-range shot, no good. Fight for the rebound goes to Cade Meyer.
Even though Wright State doesn't get that score, that's the transition play that you love to see. It's starting to work a little bit better. Green Bay got caught a little flat-footed. The shot just didn't fall this time.
Here's Cade Meyer, top of the key. Driving in is Ansong, and Ansong with a nice reverse to lay it up and in.
Ansong and Holden actually look a lot familiar with the way that they play. That's the kind of run that Holden loves to do. Ansong just found a gap and just ran into it.
Tanner Holden was fouled right there. The head coach here of the Green Bay Phoenix in his second season is Will Ryan. Clint Sargent in his second game as head coach for the Wright State Raiders.
Hey, he hasn't lost us one yet.
He has not. Inbounding is Keaton Norris. He'll inbound to Grant Basili. 13-7 Phoenix. Basili backing down Cade Meyer. Keaton Norris. Norris kicking. Welledge. Welledge kicking to Tanner Holden. Holden driving. Holden right at the rim, laying it up and puts it down. Shay and I talked about stops and scores yesterday in the women's game at UD. Wright State needs a couple of those right now.
Yeah, if you're Wright State, you can't panic right now. Green Bay even starting to panic after 2 stops in a row from the Raiders, just basically throws it out of bounds. If you're Wright State, you can't panic that you're down 4 at the start of the game. You've got to realize that you're playing well. The shots just aren't falling right now. You give it time, give it a few more shots, get stops like you have been on defense, you're fine. Right now, even though Wright State's down 4, I think they're in the better position right now.
Yeah. Green Bay turns the ball over right there, hands it back to the Raiders. Norris crossing over. Out to Tanner Holden. Holden to Welledge. Welledge thought about a 3. He won't. Norris back to Holden. Holden to Trey Calvin. Calvin is fouled.
Have you ever seen that? 5 fouls on one team, 0 on the other?
You know, there was one. You remember back in January when Cleveland State came to the Nutter Center and Wright State beat them?
Yeah.
They had 30 fouls in that game. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember
Unbelievable.
that.
Scotty and I were doing the game, and we're sitting here. It's like, and I think I said they had like 40 points at the time, and I think I said something like they almost have as many fouls as they do points or something like that. But, you know, that it's less than, you know, we're 8 minutes into the game, and, you know, Green Bay already has 5 fouls.
It's interesting that the way that Wright State has played defense seems to be just getting in the face, not allowing a foul, and kind of waiting for the clock to run out. The way that they play defense is not only because sometimes when you play defense, you kind of go for fouls. You allow fouls. They're okay as long as they're not getting a 3-pointer. It's okay that they shoot 2 at the line. For Wright State, the way that they're playing, and you can see it here, is they don't even allow fouls. They just get in your face and kind of wait for the clock to run out, wait for you to panic a little bit, and force you to take bad shots that you don't want to take. So it ends up being this way where Wright State, when they're driving to the rim and baiting out fouls from their opponent versus not giving any fouls when they're on defense, means Green Bay has 5 team fouls right now and Wright State has none.
Yeah. We're at a timeout here, 13-9. Green Bay leads. Take a back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, as right before we came back, Grant Basili drills a 3-point shot to cut the Phoenix lead to 1. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig, and here's a long two-pointer from Cade Meyer that won't go down, and Kellogg gets the rebound.
Grant Basili hitting that 3-pointer that he always seems to have in his back pocket. Teams never seem to really expect the center to rotate out to the outside.
And that's an offensive foul. Nice job by Trey Calvin to draw the charge right there. And the Raiders, that's 6 team fouls for Green Bay in the first 9 minutes and 39 seconds of this game. And here's Tim Finke to inbound to Trey Calvin. Calvin driving. Calvin out to Basili. He'll take another three. No good.
Green Bay, they've got to be careful about that. Basili's got a three-pointer. He's already nailed one, and he almost got a second.
And just a little bit short on that last three-point attempt. Here's Ansong kicking out here to Kellogg. Kerseman inside. Kicking back to Ansong, and he walked with it. They're going to say that's a foul. They're going to call that on Tim Finke. C.J. Wilborn checking in. That's the first foul for Wright State as Keaton Norris will take a breather here.
Norris, a player that I think if any player on Wright State needs a breather, it might be Norris. He always seems to be doing something, some kind of effort play.
Tanner Holton slams it home right there, and the Raiders take their first lead of the day, 14-13.
But as I was saying, Norris always seems to be doing some kind of effort play, running up and down the court.
Yeah, I'm a big Keaton Norris fan. He's a very quick player. Here's Kerseman out kicking here. Now's a three, and that's a no good.
I always like to think if there was an 8-foot basketball player out there, Keaton Norris would contest him for every single rebound in the game.
Absolutely. Here's Trey Calvin. Calvin stops on a dime. Floater, good.
Those are the kind of the runs to the inside that Wright State just loves from both Holden and Calvin. It's kind of their specialty. Holden getting a dunk from a run to the inside just earlier, and now Calvin able to just get a nice floater. And Green Bay starting to panic.
Yeah, that's another turnover right there by Green Bay.
Another timeout.
Timeout, Green Bay. Will Ryan wants to talk it over. We'll take a quick one in the booth. Wright State 16, Green Bay 13. 9:47 to go, first half. We'll be back on WWSU 106.9. Back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, Wright State leads Green Bay 16-13. Parker Testa, Noah Kindig on the call for you. Tim Finke, long two, good. Actually, they're going to call that a three-pointer.
We'll see. It looks like he might have had a foot on the line. It was close either way. We'll see if they go back for it. But as of right now, it'll be called a three-point. It looks like they are going to take a look at it. No?
No, that's going to be a foul called on C.J. Wilborn. They won't look at that one, so that's a three for Tim Finke.
Still, from those long-range shots, if you want anybody on the team taking them, I'd probably put Finke any day. He struggled a little bit this year, but last year shooting 45% from the three-point line. Three-point specialist.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and from here, it looked like his foot was on the line, but they called that a three anyway. Here's a three. Good by Lucas Stieber.
Stieber having a pretty quiet, good game. Made a couple really nice plays on defense and offense.
Yeah, bit of an errant pass there. Goes out of bounds. Andrew Wellich checks in for Tanner Holden as he'll take a seat. Wright State leads 19-16. 9 minutes to go, first half. Here's Stieber. Stieber, step back, mid-range shot, good.
Stieber starting to heat up. Hit a three and a shot pretty close to the paint. We'll see if he's able to find some more.
Here's Trey Calvin. Trey Calvin inside Tanner Holt or Finke. I don't know names, Noah. Tim Finke slams it home. Nice pass there.
Those are the kind of plays as well that Wright State loves, is that you see the defender lose track of Tim Finke when he's watching Trey Calvin, and Tim Finke able to just sneak by really quietly on the inside. Trey Calvin knows to expect it as another turnover for Green Bay.
Basili, and then hand it right back to the Phoenix as Basili makes really a bad pass right there.
You got to talk about Green Bay being able to get back there, though. That's a play where I think Green Bay had about 2 seconds there when Basili got the ball to when he launched it. So being able to gather what's going on, being able to recover, and being able to steal that is pretty good from Green Bay, but still from Wright State, you probably still want a better pass.
Yeah, getting back in transition right there was key to getting that turnover for Green Bay. Here's Stieber kicking over to Cade Meyer. Meyer, I'm blocked by the stanchion right there, but here is Stieber. Stieber working on Trey Calvin, and he's going to be fouled by Trey Calvin. Wright State leads 21-18, 8:03 to go first half. Parker Testa, Noah Kindig on the call for you. Happy New Year to all of you. Hope all of you out there listening had a great New Year's Eve, whether you went out or stayed in. We hope it went well for all of you. Here's Kellogg. Kellogg kicks over. Stieber. That goes out of bounds. Another turnover by Green Bay. That's their 8th turnover.
Wright State had 5. Green Bay now with their 8th turnover. You've got to imagine that's what these timeouts are about from Green Bay. There's got to be some way they're trying to limit their turnovers, and that's what they've called so many timeouts for. But from Wright State, just playing solid defense, not even giving up fouls, not giving up easy shots. This was their problem earlier in the year, where Wright State, they weren't putting enough effort on defense. They weren't able to get back. They weren't able to really get in the face of their opponents. But in these most recent games, that's why they've been successful, because they have these plays driving to the inside with Holden and Finke and Calvin being able to find those points on the inside, being able to score 70-plus or so points a game. And now, when they're playing on defense, it seems like they've got both sides of the court figured out.
Yeah, absolutely. Some statistics so far here in the game. Leading scorer for the Raiders is Holden with 7. For Green Bay, it's Stieber with 8. Stieber's 3 for 3 from the field. Followed by Ansong with 4. Meyer, McGee, and Kellogg all have 2. And then here for Wright State, Tanner Holden leads with 7 off 2 for 4 shooting from the field. Finke has 5, Calvin with 4, Basili with 3, and Wilborn with 2.
Stieber, not really the player you would be expecting to lead the game from Green Bay. He's their 6th lead scorer. 5 other people are averaging more than him a night, but as of right now, he's on 3 for 3 shooting, starting to heat up a little bit. Maybe he's the player they'll look toward for the rest of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. 21-18, 7:50 to go. First half here from the Irvin J. Nutter Center as we sit at another media timeout.
So far, Wright State looking pretty strong. Green Bay not out of it, though, by any stretch.
Thank you to Alex, who's one of the new assistant SID here at Wright State.
They're so fast.
They're really fast. I'm sure Nick's happy because he just has to sit there and watch everything, and Alex is the runner, if you will.
Yeah, Nick does a lot. Nick does a lot of great work, though.
Nick does so much for us. We appreciate his help. Green Bay shooting 8 for 14 in the game to Wright State's 8 for 15. Green Bay 2 for 5 from the three-point line. Wright State 2 for 6. Green Bay has yet to shoot free throws, and Wright State shooting 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. As we get back to the action, Keaton Norris standing on Rowdy Raider. He'll pass to Finke. Finke to Basili to Holden. Holden, it's going to be... That's going to be on the Phoenix, number 13. That's Ryan Clayfin.
It looks like now Wright State will shoot their 5th and 6th from the line, and Green Bay yet to shoot any. These free throws might start to add up. It's what's given the Raiders their lead right now by 4 points. They've made 4 for 6, or 4 for 5 now, excuse me.
Yeah, Tanner Holden hits his first. As we're going to see Kamari McGee check in for Green Bay. Taking a seat will be Lucas Stieber. Tanner Holden's second free throw, good.
Wright State, they made 5 for 6 from the free throw line, and as of right now, they're up 5.
Here is number 23, that's Ansong. Ansong falls down.
Lost something. Bottom of his shoe? Something fell on the ground.
Looks like he might have lost his shoe there for a moment, but he comes up somewhat gingerly there. Maybe injured himself, but they call a travel on him because fell to the ground, but he's going to go to the bench, and into the game is going to be number 14, Randy Tucker. So that's a storyline to keep our eye on as...
You don't often see equipment errors in basketball, but there's one.
Yeah, right. Keaton Norris with the ball here. 23-18, 7:27 to go first half. Norris kicks. Welledge Wellage bounce pass inside to Tanner Holden. Holden backing down Meyer. Cross court Wellage. Wellage driving, kicks. Basili, nice pass by Andrew Wellage to find Basili down low.
Really interesting on offense from Wright State. They put 2 guys on Holden to try to block him, double team him in the paint, but Holden able to get the ball back to the outside. Green Bay panicked, ran back to the outside, but then Wright State coming back to the inside allowed him to get that free pass to Basili for an easy basket.
Here's McGee kicking. It's going to be Kellogg. They're going to get it to Cade Meyer. Stolen by Keaton Norris. Norris moving quickly.
5v4 in transition.
Kicks. Holden finds Wellage for 3. Bang!
Beautiful from Wright State. 5v4 in transition. They find the free man on the outside. Andrew Wellage nails that every time.
Raiders take a 10-point lead here. 6:26 to go, first half. Here is Clayfin finding Tucker. Tucker working on Tanner Holden. Inside to McGee. McGee lays it up and in.
Nice drive from McGee. Able to bring, I think, 3 or 4 Wright State players to him, but still able to find a basket.
Norris, Finke, Tanner Holden in the corner. Holden driving, lays it up, and it's going to be fouled on the shot.
Again there, you've really got to compliment, though, on defense, Wright State not giving up a foul. There were 3-4 players on McGee there. None of them fouled him. And while McGee got the basket, he didn't get an and one. Generally, if you put 3 or 4 guys on somebody driving to the basket, there's going to be a foul. Not this time.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tanner Holden goes to the line here, and Tanner Holden will be at the line for his 7th and 8th free throw shots of the day already, and he hits his first. So Wright State's taken 7 free throw shots, all of them coming from Tanner Holden. And if there's a guy you don't want to foul on Wright State's team, it's Tanner Holden.
Yeah.
29-20 here, just over 6 to go in the first half. Tanner Holden's second free throw good as well. So Wright State moves back to a 10-point lead.
Tanner Holden shooting 80% from the three-point line from him. Wright State has 4 players shooting 80% or higher from the free throw line. So a team you don't want to foul a lot, Wright State, but a team that's getting fouled a lot right now is Wright State.
Here's Kellogg working on Grant Basili, driving. Tried to dunk, but he's fouled by Grant Basili.
As Green Bay will take their first free throws of the game, finally.
So after going almost an entire half of a half without fouling, Wright State has put up 5 fouls in the last 6 or 7 minutes. None of them resulting in free throws.
Yeah.
So C.J. Wilborn checks back in for Grant Basili.
Even though Basili did give up a foul there, you've really got to commend his effort, going all the way to the rim, not allowing a dunk.
Second free throw shot, no good, and they're going to call
another foul, I believe, on Wright State.
They're going to call, I believe that's over the back on C.J. Wilborn. The crowd doesn't like it here,
but Wright State starting to catch back up to Green Bay on fouls now.
Stieber looking inbound. He'll get it to McGee. 19 to shoot here. McGee resetting here. Gets around Keaton Norris. Kicking. Stieber to Kerseman. Inside is Kellogg. Cross court. Good ball movement here. McGee driving. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line. Hits.
Green Bay with some fast passes able to get her on Wright State. Get a shot inside for McGee.
Tanner Holden gets it. Tim Finke top of the key over to Wellage. Wellage back to Wilborn. Wilborn to Finke. Finke working on Kerseman. Finke inside. Out kicks. Wellage. Mid-range shot. Good.
What a beautiful play from Wellage. The defender rushing to him. He's able to get a quick move, get him off guard. Quick jumper. Nails it.
Here's McGee. McGee working on Andrew Wellage. Wellage. Almost a travel there, but won't be. Here is Tucker. Tucker to Kerseman, top of the key. Back to Stieber. And he's going to be fouled by Tanner Holden. Back into the game for the Raiders is Grant Basili as well as Trey Calvin as Finke and Tanner Holden will take a seat. Going to the line, here's Lucas Stieber.
One free throw won't go, but Green Bay able to get the offensive rebound. Get another chance here. Stieber at the top of the key.
Stieber, a 63% free throw shooter, misses that one.
He'll find McGee.
And that ball's knocked away, stolen by Keaton Norris. Norris moving quickly, Wellage, and Wellage loses the ball. Wilborn trying to get back, blocking the shot. He's fouled, and count the basket. Stieber gets the basket plus the foul.
That's what you got to talk about with transition, where Wright State, they got a steal, drove down the court. Green Bay was there. They were defensively set up when Wright State got it. They got the ball and drove back. Wright State weren't defensively set up. Stieber able to get in one because of it. Green Bay just recovering quicker than Wright State in that sequence.
Lucas Stieber, 63% free throw shooter on the season, misses his last attempt, and he hits that one. We're going to have some substitutions here. Tanner Holden will check back in for Wellage.
Stieber, averaging a flat 5 points a game, now has 11 in just this half alone.
Stieber is their leading scorer. Tanner Holden, Wright State's leading scorer with 11 as well. Here's Keaton Norris. Norris to Holden. Holden to Finke. Finke inside to Basili. Basili backing down Kerseman. Lays it in. Grant Basili has his third make on 4 attempts.
The kind of one-on-ones that Basili loves to have in the paint. Get your back against the defender, either floated over him or floated behind him, next to him on the backboard.
Kellogg's going to be fouled as Basili hit him on the arm right there. And then we're going to have a media timeout. 4 minutes to go in the half. 34-26. Wright State leads the Green Bay Phoenix. Don't go away. More Raider basketball when we return on WWSU 106.9. Back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, Wright State leads the Green Bay Phoenix 34-27 after Kellogg hits his first free throw. And Kellogg's second free throw good as well. 34-28, 3:41 to go first half. Here's Keaton Norris. Norris working on Stieber. Norris back to Basili. Basili to Holden. Holden to Tim Finke. Finke to Basili down low. Kerseman working on Basili. Turnaround hook shot. He'll pass to Finke. Finke lays it up and in.
Good play in the paint from Tim Finke. Not only a three-point shooter, but if he needs to, he can dunk. He can work in the paint as well if he needs to.
Stieber working on Keaton Norris. Stieber backing down Norris. Great defense by Norris. McGee for three, way off.
Look
Rebound.
at the height difference between Stieber and Norris is still playing amazing defense against him.
Yeah, absolutely. Keaton Norris only standing 6 feet tall to Stieber's 6'3", and Basili gets another shot to go down there.
The effort from Norris. Height doesn't matter when Norris can defend like that.
McGee over to Ansong. Ansong back in the game after what appears to be an injury earlier in the game, but he's back. Stieber guarded by Trey Calvin. Inside to Kerseman, blocked by Tanner Holden.
What a block by Holden.
Finke inside to Basili. Basili, turn around, driving on Kellogg over to Norris. Norris to Finke, back to Grant Basili. Basili, double team. Norris for three, no good. Nice rebound by Stieber. Basili trying to get a shot off right there, but no, the double team came and locked him down.
Still, though, from Wright State, I think that's the play that you want to go for there. Get the ball to Norris. Trust that he can hit that three. Just be confident in your guards that if you draw a double team, that three-pointer is open.
Wright State with possession off the Finke rebound. Norris to Calvin. Calvin to Holden. Holden cross court to Finke. Finke driving out to Holden driving. He's going to be...
Looked like the ball was tipped out of his hand by a Green Bay player.
And they're going to say Wright State keeps possession, and
James Manns
checks in and gets a warm ovation from the crowd here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center as Grant Basile will take a seat.
Seems like every time James Manns comes in, there's always an amazing ovation for him. Wright State fans, they love this player.
James Manns, the 6'7" redshirt senior forward out of Columbus, went to Walnut Ridge High School.
Manns in some trouble.
Finke for a long three, no good. Had to get the shot off, and it's going to be a shot clock violation on the Raiders.
I was a bit confused when Finke pulled up for that, but he realized what I didn't, that the shot clock was winding down.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, that's like a 30-foot shot right there. What's he doing? But here is Ansong to Kellogg. Kellogg to McGee. McGee working on Keaton Norris. Calvin guarding Stieber. Stieber over to McGee. McGee driving. Step back. Mid-range shot. No good. Rebound Ansong, and Ansong puts it back up and in.
Raiders still up by 8. Could be the last drive if they use all the time here.
37 seconds to go in the half. Calvin.
McGee got tripped up.
They're going to call that foul on James Manns. 34-second difference between shot and game clock. So the Phoenix have the ball here. Wright State, if Green Bay uses all the time here, which I think they will, Wright State would have about approximately 4 seconds to get the ball back down the court. They lead by 8, 38-30, 22 to go.
McGee limped down to the offensive side of the court for Green Bay. It looks like he's doing okay, though, as he handles the ball.
10 to shoot. McGee.
He's going to make this the last shot.
McGee out kicks to Stieber. Stieber, long two, good.
3 seconds left to play.
2, Manns from half court. No good. So halftime here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. Wright State leads 38-32. We'll step away for about 8 or 9 minutes. We'll come back with our halftime report. Stay with us on WWSU 106.9 FM.
You are listening to Raider basketball right here on WWSU 106.9 FM. Second half action coming up next. Let's get this win, Raiders.
Let's go, it's game time. So official, they blowing a whistle. I handle the rock and I'm dishing it off. I feel like I'm P with a pistol. I know when you looking at me in the squad, you don't be wanting no issues.
Halftime here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. The Wright State Raiders lead the Green Bay Phoenix by a score of 38-36. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig. Halftime, like I said, here at the Nutter Center. Wright State shooting 60% on the game in that first half to Green Bay's 56%. Wright State's offense has been really good to start the game. We saw them in that game against Milwaukee come out and start a little bit sluggish, but in this one they've come out and they've shot the ball very well.
It's surprising to me that in a game where Green Bay is shooting 56% from the field, they're the ones on the losing end of the game and on that stat. Wright State shooting 60% from the field. Both these teams shooting very, very well right now, but it just seems like Wright State has a little bit of a better edge and is maybe getting a little bit more out of the shots.
Tanner Holden leads the Raiders in scoring with 11 points. He has shot 2 for 4 from the field, but 7 of his 11 points coming from the free throw line. Followed by Grant Basile with 9 total points for the Green Bay Phoenix. Leading scorer has been Lucas Stieber, who, like Noah said earlier in the broadcast, averages 5 points a game on the year. He has 13 points off 5 for 5 shooting, 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So coming out here in the second half, Noah, what do the Raiders got to do to keep their momentum at a good pace?
I think if you're Wright State and also if you're Green Bay, you've got to focus on one thing right now, and that's the transition. A lot of turnovers are happening, and there's a lot of play where if you're able to get back on defense, get a steal, and beat them in transition on the offense for some easy points, that's where you'll find the success. Both these teams are able right now to shoot, and we can see that with how well they're shooting, 60%, 56%. So you've got to be able to punish on transition and get quick points for Green Bay if you want to get the lead back, and for Wright State if you want to keep this lead.
Turnovers have been the name of the game here. Wright State has 15 turnovers, and they still have the lead to Green Bay's 13. We have 10 total fouls. Excuse me, we have 8 fouls for Green Bay, 10 for the Raiders. So fouls and turnovers have been the name of the game for both teams here. So we'll see if both Clint Sargent and Will Ryan can eliminate both those fouls and turnovers. About 45 seconds away from start of second half action. We'll be back on WWSU 106.9 with the second half of Raider basketball.
Hey, what's going on? It's KF Nash from Hot 1029 and 1410 Wing AM, and I'm a proud alum of WWSU. You're listening to Wright State Raiders Sports right here on WWSU 106.9 FM, where the Raiders play.
Looks good from right here. That was straight on.
Absolutely. As we come back out of the break, Grant Basile hits another three-point shot. It's kind of funny. We've both been right before we come back to the action. Basile hits a three-point shot on both times. But I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Saturday afternoon. Happy New Year to all of you, to Raider Nation. We appreciate your support of us and our station as always. 41-32, Raiders lead here. Trey Calvin with the ball here. Handed to Basile. Basile to Holden. Holden driving. Draws double team. Finke. Basile. Calvin. Calvin swings it. Basile thought about a three. He won't. Finke driving. Kicks out. Holden to Wellage. 7 to shoot. Inside is Wellage, and he's fouled. Excuse me, Wellage is going to step on the baseline there, and it's going to be a turnover. Goes back to Green Bay.
Green Bay not able to get a fast start because of that turnover. Wright State, they'll be able to bunker down and probably play some good defense here.
Here's Kellogg, back to McGee. McGee kicking Kellogg. Kellogg over to Stieber. Stieber back to McGee.
Holden doesn't want to give Stieber anything right now. He knows he's playing well, but he's getting in his face.
Kellogg working on Basile, no good. Rebound Wellage. Wellage, kick out. Basile, back to Wellage. Wellage over to Tanner Holden. Tanner Holden driving. Back to Tim Finke. Finke inside to Basile. Basile loses the basketball, and it's another turnover for the Raiders. Back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back possessions.
Both teams able to bunker down and play some solid defense. Wright State almost had a breakaway play there, but Green Bay able to recover in time. Get back, bunker down, play some good defense.
Here is Stieber.
Almost loses it.
Stieber thought about a three. He won't. Knocked away. Stolen by Wellage. Wellage moving quickly, driving, shoots, no good.
That's what Wright State need, though. That transition play. That one-on-one play from Wellage. Good attempt from the shot. Sadly, just clangs right off the rim.
McGee kicking Kellogg. Kellogg inside to Stieber. Back out to McGee. McGee for three. No good. Rebound goes to Tanner Holden. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Finke right at the rim. Kicks out. Calvin. Basile. Basile lays it in.
That pass from Holden to Finke was in transition. Able to keep it in the paint. Find a play from Basile.
Here is Ansong. Over to Meyer. Kellogg working on Grant Basile. Over to Stieber. Stieber for three. Good!
Stieber heated up in the first half. Now in the second, looks like he hasn't lost much after halftime.
Stieber with 16 points. So far on the game, still 17 minutes to play. Wellage back to Calvin. Calvin inside. Shot from the free throw line. No good. Rebound goes to Kamari McGee. Here is Stieber again. Stieber's been the go-to guy for Will Ryan this afternoon. Deflected and stolen by Grant Basile.
What a great steal. Defensive effort from Basile. Able to pick the pass out.
Wellage kicks Calvin. Calvin back to Wellage. Wellage over to Tanner Holden. Holden over to Finke. Finke driving under the rim. Back to Wellage. Wellage for three. No good. Rebound Stieber.
That's where Tim Finke, though, has been so useful this year. When he makes those runs to the inside, he's actually not trying to score there. He draws in three players, finds Wellage wide open on the outside, gives him that three-point opportunity.
Shot by Cade Meyer. He was fouled by Grant Basile going up. So it'll be 2 free throws for Cade Meyer here for Green Bay. Meyer's first free throw good. You know, it feels like Wright State has really outplayed Green Bay today, but they still only lead by 7 points.
That's got to come... I really think that's got to come from Green Bay playing a little bit of better defense in some areas. I think it really... I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it until this game's over, I guess, but that just has to come from the transition, where Green Bay, they're not allowing Wright State to just get an easy basket on transition. It's only happened once this half from Tim Finke, and they got a bit lucky with that pass, to be honest.
Holden inside on Armstrong. Holden lays it up. No good. Holden grabs his own rebound, and it's going to be taken away by Armstrong, or Ansong, sorry. Ansong goes right to the rim. Too easy.
That's what I'm talking about. Green Bay on defense, they get 5 guys in the paint. Holden trying to drive it up, and when there's 5 people there, it's not going to work. Green Bay gets the ball, and even though 5 guys are right under the rim, they're able to get a play in transition somehow.
Ansong lays it up and in. Calvin cross court. Finke driving. He's fouled. That's going to be... Well, it's going to bring us to our first media timeout of the second half. 43-39, Wright State leads. We'll be back on WWSU 106.9.
You're listening to Wright State Raider basketball on your home for Raider sports, WWSU 106.9 FM.
Back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, Wright State leads Green Bay 43-39, 15:21 to go here in the second half. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig. The Raiders shooting in the second half to this point. They're shooting 28% to Green Bay's 50%. Wright State is shooting 2 for 7 to Green Bay's 2 for 4. On the game, Wright State shooting 53% to Green Bay's 55%. Inside is C.J. Wilborn, and he lays it in.
Green Bay just got a bit lax on defense. I think somebody just forgot to guard him or missed him there. Able to get a quick pass, easy basket.
Here's McGee. McGee over to number 13. That's Clayton. McGee spinning on Trey Calvin. He's has to shoot it, and he's no good. Finke thought about a 3. I think he should have shot that one right there, but he's going to drive in out to Norris for 3. No good. Nice transition defense by the Raiders. Inside is Ansong. No good. Rebound Calvin moving quickly. Calvin to Finke. That's going to be called an offensive foul on the Raiders, and the crowd doesn't like that one. It's going to be on Tim Finke. That for Finke is going to be his second foul.
Wright State, though, in these last couple of plays, I guess it's just 2 plays to go off of, but they've looked better in transition. Maybe that's something Sargent brought up in the timeout here, but Wright State able to stream up the court pretty fast, get some good shots, some good opportunities.
Here's Stieber passing over to Ansong. Kellogg back to Stieber. Stieber over to Tucker. Tucker working on Keaton Norris. Tucker driving. Spins. Shot no good. Tucker gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Nice play there.
Green Bay now within 4.
Nice play by Randy Tucker. 45-41. 13:49 to go, second half. Stolen by Ansong. Ansong is easy, and he slams it in, and the Phoenix are within 2.
Ansong able to get an easy steal, and now Green Bay, they're able to bunker down and play defense. That dunk puts them within 2, and now Wright State, they've got to try to get by. This Green Bay defense has been so solid all day.
Finke passes. Norris, Calvin, over to Holden. Back to Basili. Basili to Finke. Finke for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Lucas Stieber. Here's Stieber. Over to Ansong. Ansong driving. Reverse layup, and the Green Bay Phoenix have tied it with 12:56 to go in the second half.
Green Bay, they've come all the way back.
Timeout, Clint Sargent. Wright State had as big of a lead as 10 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. And Green Bay has come all the way back to tie it here with 12:52 to go here in the second half. And 14 turnovers for Green Bay, 12 for Wright State. Green Bay out rebounding the Raiders 18-14. And Green Bay has 5 offensive rebounds on the game, and that's really helped will themselves back into this one.
Green Bay, they were down 6, but Ansong, he gets a quick driving layup. He gets that steal from Trey Calvin, gets a dunk, and then now he just gets another quick driving layup. He struggled a little bit with scoring in the first half, but now 6 quick points for him, and Green Bay, they're tied.
Excuse me, the largest lead for the Raiders came in the second half at the 17-21 mark when the Raiders led by 11, 43-32. Since then, Green Bay has gone on a 13-2 run to tie it here with 12 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the game.
Now it seems like after Ansong just put in 6 points, Stieber's finally got some backup in the scoring column. Green Bay, they've got 2 players scoring 10 or above. Wright State, they've got 2 as well.
.45 to go here with just under 13 minutes to go in the game. As teams start to make their way back to the court here after this timeout. Green Bay losing their last 5 outings. Last time out took a loss at the hands of Minnesota, 72-56. Excuse me, that's incorrect. Let me pull up Green Bay's schedule here because our sheet isn't correct.
Their last time out, I believe, was against NKU, if I remember correctly.
Yes, let's see. So last time out,
they lost 74-79.
So Green Bay losing their last 5 games to Northern Kentucky, Minnesota, Kansas State, Kansas City, and Youngstown State. Their last win coming on against December 2nd at home against Robert Morris. So back in action here. Backing down Myers, Grant Basili. Basili turns around, lays it up, no good, and he's fouled.
Very close to the end one play there. Just barely goes off the rim. But Green Bay, you can see, even though, I guess especially because they haven't won for about a month now, they're pretty hungry for a win. Tied it up now, and doesn't look like they're going to stop anytime soon.
First free throw for Basili's good. Grant Basili, second free throw, gets the roll and goes in. So here's Lucas Stieber. Raiders lead by 2, 12:35 to go. Second half here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. Here's Tucker to Stieber. Stieber to Ansong, driving in, kicks. Bit of a wobbly pass there by Ansong. Here's Stieber, top of the key, 12 to shoot. Stieber takes a 3, no good. Rebound Finke. Finke slows it down a little bit and hands it to Tanner Holden.
That's where the Wright State defense excels. When it gets to about 12 seconds left, they haven't had a chance to shoot yet.
Basili, nice pass inside to get the ball, but turnaround jumper's no good.
But the Wright State defense, the way that they've been so successful these past couple of games, is it gets to about 12 seconds where they haven't shot. They get in your face. You're taking shots that you don't want to take.
Meyer inside on Basili is going to be fouled. Shot's no good. He'll go to the line. And that brings us to immediate timeout, 47-45. Raiders lead, 11:47 to go in the game. We'll be back on WWSU 106.9. Back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, Wright State leads the Green Bay Phoenix 47-45. 11:47 to go in the game. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig. Noah, the Raiders have struggled coming out in this second half. Green Bay has gone on what seemingly is a 13-4 run coming out in this second half. Raiders have struggled to shoot the basketball here early in the second half.
Yeah, the Raiders only shooting 27% so far versus Green Bay's 45%. And as of right now, Green Bay looks like we'll have two free throws here. So a chance, they're within two, a chance to tie it up once again, make the game even.
So Cade Meyer at the free throw line for Green Bay. Meyer's first free throw, good. The largest lead for the Raiders came at the 17-21 mark here in the second half, where they led by 11. And since then, it's been all Green Bay. Second free throw for Meyer is good as well. So we have a tie game here with 11:42 to go in the second half. Norris hands it inside, Holden slams it home.
That's a play that we've seen a couple of times from Wright State. It's a play that Sargent's drawn up, I think, a couple times. Holden starts on the right side of the play, runs through about 3 or 4 defenders, and just finds a wide open pass right next to the basket. Green Bay weren't prepared for it, and it's something that Wright State's ran in practice, I assume, a lot, and a couple times in game.
Here is Clayfen. Stieber, and that's going to be an offensive foul as Tanner Holden hits the deck, and the Raiders get the ball back. Back into the game for Green Bay is Japana Kellogg. Checking out is Cade Meyer. So here's the Raiders. Basili, Finke over to Holden. Holden kicking, Wellage driving on Clayfen. Wellage back out to Holden, top of the key. Holden over to Basili. Finke, bounce pass inside to Holden, puts it up, rebound. Holden, that's going to be, ball goes right to Ansong right there, and he dunks it home. Sloppy basketball there by the Raiders.
A pass from Holden going just by Basili. Ansong able to recover, get a quick dunk, and get back like he has already before.
Basili lays it in right there to recover there for the Raiders.
Basili with the kind of point that he likes now. Just getting one-on-one with the defender, floating it up right over the top.
Basili has 16. McGee on Wellage. McGee driving. Floater, good. And the Phoenix and the Raiders trading punches right now. Is Tanner Holden with the basketball. Holden driving. Holden kicks out Keaton Norris. Norris to Wellage. Wellage back to Norris. Norris over to Finke. Finke driving. Lays it up, no good. That's going to be Phoenix basketball. The fans don't like the foul call right here. We're going to see Trey Calvin check back in for Andrew Wellage here. Here is Kellogg. Kellogg to Tucker. Tucker to McGee. McGee to Clayfen. That's going to be defensive foul on the Raiders. And Clint Sargent doesn't like the foul call. Neither do the fans here at the Nutter Center.
Wright State's got to be careful now. Basile's in foul trouble.
That's Grant Basile's 4th foul with 9.5 to go in the game. Here is McGee. McGee over to Clayton, guarded by Calvin. McGee on C.J. Wilborn. Tanner Holden. McGee lays it up, no good. Rebound Calvin. And you might remember the Raiders are without A.J. Braun, one of the players that are in the COVID protocol. So if they lose Basile, they really don't have another big man to insert in the lineup.
The best they've got is Wilborn, but they don't have a second big man like they would like to have. Normally, Wright State's a team that about the second half of last year started really putting 2 big guys in the middle and kind of enjoying that.
Over to Calvin here. Calvin, step back jumper, no good. Rebound Wilborn. Wilborn lays it back up, no good. Rebound goes to McGee.
The fans wanting a foul call there. Not going to get it.
Raider fans, there isn't a lot of them here today on New Year's Day, but they are certainly passionate. Here's a 3 by Clayton, no good. Rebound goes to Kellogg. And the Phoenix will reset, 15 to shoot. Stieber working on Trey Calvin, over to Clayton, inside to Kellogg. Kellogg layup, good. Green Bay takes a 53-51 lead here with 8:09 to go in the game. Keaton Norris, top of the key. Over to Trey Calvin, and that's a foul on Green Bay as we hit another media timeout. 53-51 Phoenix. 8 minutes to go in the game. We'll be back shortly on WWSU 106.9.
6.9 FM.
Back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. Tanner Holden's first free throw, good. 53-52 Green Bay. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig. And the Raiders have struggled here in the second half. Holden's second free throw, good as well, and that one ties it.
Holden, a player who doesn't miss free throws often, that's for sure.
Holden now 9 for 10 on the day from the free throw line. It's going to be a foul on the Raiders, on C.J. Wilborn.
The Raiders not very happy with all the fouls they're getting on the inside. Now both Wilborn and Basile have 4 fouls.
And that's an important storyline because with still 8 minutes to go in the game, both big men that the Raiders have available are in foul trouble. Here's McGee. Ansong to Kellogg. Kellogg driving inside on Wilborn. He traveled. So 7.5 to go in the game. Here's Keaton Norris. Finke to Wilborn. Wilborn to Norris. Over to Calvin. Calvin hands to Holden. Holden cross court. Finke for 3. Bang! Tim Finke gives the Raiders a 3-point lead here. 7 minutes to go.
Finke, a player who's always confident from 3. And as he should be, he shoots them well.
Finke now with 10 points on the day. Here's Kellogg inside on Wilborn, and he lays it up, and his shot's good. So back and forth right now. These teams go. Norris, Hans, Finke over to Tanner Holden. To Wilborn. Wilborn passes back to Finke. Finke, step back jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Randy Tucker. McGee driving. Gets into trouble. Tucker for 3, good. Randy Tucker gives the Phoenix a 2-point lead. And here's Keaton Norris. Norris over to Trey Calvin. Calvin back to Holden. Calvin with it now. Driving, loses the ball. It's going to stay with the Raiders.
Just got poked out by the Phoenix there.
We're going to see Basili check back in for C.J. Wilborn, both guys with 4 fouls. But Clint Sargent opting to go with the guy who's had the most success today in Grant Basili with 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Calvin with the ball, driving in, floater, good. He is so good at that float shot, Noah.
He loves it every time. Be one man to the inside, another defender on him. Just a quick jump, floater shot over the defender.
Nice pass inside by Ansong. Couldn't control it.
Ansong almost lost it there, but able to get a pass out, luckily.
And he's going to be fouled by Tanner Holden.
The foul stakes number 2, Tanner Holden. That's his second personal, team 7. At the line for Phoenix, number 23, Manny Ansong.
58-58 to go. 58-58 our score, 5:27 to go. As we'll see Ansong at the free throw line. His first shot hits. Referees being heckled by some of the fans here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center.
Timeout, Green Bay, 30 seconds.
Timeout, Green Bay. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Green Bay leads 60-58. And Wright State has kind of fell apart here in the last few minutes.
They've struggled quite a bit, and they've got to start playing a bit easier defense, it feels like, because of both Basili and Wilborn in that 4-foul line. On the inside of the paint, you've got to not be as aggressive on defense if you want to find some defensive success, because if they get one more foul, they're out of the game.
Yeah, Basili and Wilborn both with 4 fouls here. Finke with 3, Holden with 2, Wellage with 2, Mans with 1, Calvin with 1.
But to complement Green Bay's play, it's not just Wright State struggling on defense and on offense. It's Green Bay. They shot 56% in the first half. They're shooting 55% throughout the second half. So they're shooting incredibly well over Wright State. They may have shot 61% in the first half, but now they're shooting 35%. So they've got to try to find a bit more success on the offensive end, whether that's driving into the middle like Tanner Holden is right now.
His shot won't go down.
But whether it's driving into the middle like Tanner Holden is right now, getting jumpers from Calvin, you've got to find what's working.
5:06 to go in the game. Here's McGee. Green Bay leads 60-58. We have Randy Tucker with it now, guarded by Tim Finke. Tucker trying to get around Finke. He'll pass to Kellogg. Kellogg driving on Basili. No good. Rebound Basili. Norris moving quickly. Hands it. Holden. Calvin for 3. No good. Nice way to fight for the rebound by Basili. Finke back in transition. Shot up on Ansong. No good. Rebound Holden.
A really nice find from Tanner Holden to get that pass to Trey Calvin. A laser beam through the middle. Sadly, Calvin not able to find the shot as it toilet bowls out.
They're going to call the foul on Kamari McGee, and that's going to send Tanner Holden to the line yet again. Holden shooting 9 for 10 on the day. 9 of his 15 have came from the charity stripe.
I like that name for it, the charity stripe.
The charity stripe.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that. I've never heard that.
Hope all of you had a great New Year's Eve as we ring in 2022 with some Raider basketball. Holden's free throw good. And as our engineer, Patrick Smallstick, said to some of our staff members of WWSU last night as Tanner Holden hits his second free throw. Happy L year.
Happy L year.
Is what Patrick said to some of our staff members last night. So Happy New Year to all of you. And another center waking up here.
Tanner Holden trying to get the crowd to get loud.
Stieber inside. Good. Nice shot by Lucas Stieber. Wright State down by 2 here. Finke. Holden. Goes over to Keaton Norris. Norris back to Calvin. Finke driving on the baseline. Reverse blocked. Nice block there by Emmanuel Ansong.
Raiders now 4 minutes left to play.
Here's Lucas
We'll see what they can pull
Stieber.
here.
Stieber shot from the mid-range. Good. Everything falling for Lucas Stieber this afternoon. That's it. He has 20. Timeout, Clint Sargent. We'll take one with him in the booth. 64-60. Green Bay leads the Wright State Raiders. 3:28 to go. Don't go away. Stay with us on WWSU 106.9 FM. Back here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. 3:28 to go. Green Bay leads 64-60. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Noah Kindig. They're going to call
A foul on Basili, maybe.
That's going to be a defensive foul.
No, defensive foul. Yeah, you're right.
They're going to call that on number 3, Kellogg. And Grant Basili is going to go to the free throw line. Nice. What a break for the Raiders right there, because if Basili got that foul, his day's done.
Basili going for a big save.
Basili goes into the scorer's table right there. Almost takes out our good friend Jason Doyle.
Not able to save it. You got to love the effort, though, from Basili.
Absolutely. 64-60, 3:21 to go. Here is McGee with the basketball. McGee kicks to Clayton. That's going to be defensive foul on Tanner Holden. He's going to get called for a push. Tanner Holden credited with his 3rd foul right there. As the Raiders trying to get their first win of the new year here on New Year's Day. After coming out and beating a good Milwaukee team 80-75 on Thursday night. Raiders trying to get the win here today. Next time the Raiders will be here. After today, the Raiders will be back on Thursday against UIC. This is the second game of a 4-game homestand for Wright State, or for Scott Nagy, Clint Sargent, and Wright State. It started with Milwaukee Thursday night. Game they won 80-75. This one here against Green Bay. They'll come out 7 o'clock Thursday night, take on UIC, and then next Saturday at 2 o'clock will be IUPUI. So both free throws for Green Bay fall right there. 66-60. Can Wright State will themselves back in it? Calvin. Trying to get it started for the Raiders right there as he goes right to the bucket and lays it in. Another center waking up here just a little bit. Stieber working on Keaton Norris. Over to McGee. Ansong. Guarded by Tim Finke. And Basili is going to be called for the bump. That's his 5th, and Basili's day is done. So Basili fouls out here. 18 points off 7 for 9 shooting, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, 2 for 3 for free throws, 2 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. So Basili's day is done and back into the game. So Raiders going with the small ball lineup here with Norris, Calvin, Finke, Wellage, and Tanner Holden. So they got their shooters on the floor right now. 66-62. At the line is Kellogg, and he hits his first. Appreciate you hanging out with us on New Year's Day on WWSU 106.9 FM. Hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us here at WWSU. Trey Calvin. Calvin driving. It's going to be a foul on Kamari McGee, and they're going to say this was before the shot. So it'll be an inbounds play. Excuse me, Wright State's in the bonus, so Trey Calvin will go to the free throw line. Calvin's first free throw, good. (68-63). Calvin's second free throw is good as well. CJ Wilborn will check back in for the Raiders. Andrew Wellage will take a seat. So Wilborn playing with 4 fouls as well. 2.5 minutes to go. So if Wright State wants a big man on the floor, Wilborn cannot foul out of this game. Tim Finke guarding Ansong, passing to Stieber. Stieber over to Ansong. Inside, Kellogg. Shot no good, rebound Holden. Raiders down by 4, just over 2 minutes to play. Holden putting it up. Good, and the foul! Tanner Holden gets the foul and the shot. They're going to call the foul on number 23, Emmanuel Ansong. And if Tanner Holden can hit this free throw, which he has done all day, it'll pull the Raiders within 1. Shot, good.
Got it. And 1 play for Tanner Holden. The defender was all over him, fouled him even, but Holden able to get the play off, and now he's revving up the crowd.
Tanner Holden pumping up the crowd here at the Nutter Center. It's not a large crowd, but they are mighty today here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. Just a 30-second timeout here, so we'll keep it here. But Noah, it seems like we are in for a photo finish here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center this afternoon.
It's going to be close. 2-minute warning. Wright State within 1. Green Bay just seems to be playing a game that I don't think I expected them to play.
Right.
I didn't expect to see Stieber now with. Does he still have 20?
He has 22.
Yeah, seeing Stieber with 22 points was something that I was not expecting. Basili now, he's fouled out, so it's going to be down to see if they want to have a big man in the court even. Wilborn's in now, but maybe because when Basili was first fouled out, they put in Wellage, so maybe Wright State, they've got to have a big man somewhere. I'm not sure who it'll be if Wilborn fouls out.
Inbounding here is McGee. Nutter Center crowd on their feet. 1:53 to go here in the game. McGee, shot from the mid-range. No good.
Go.
Rebound, Tanner Holden. And this Wright State crowd loving it here on this Saturday afternoon. Calvin to Finke. Calvin over to Keaton Norris. Wright State offense setting up a play here. Finke driving back to Holden. Holden inside, lays it in!
Wright State up by 1. All the pressure in the world on Green Bay. 1 minute left to go.
Holden now has 22. And this Wright State crowd loving it here today. Here's Stieber. Raiders lead by 1. 1 minute to go. McGee over to Ansong. That's poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Green Bay.
Stieber trying to get around Keaton Norris. He's got 3 inches on him, like we said earlier today, but Norris, he's not backing down from that.
McGee, 5 to shoot. Guarded by Wilborn. Blocked by Holden! And they call a foul on Tanner Holden. But from here, Noah, did that look like all ball to you?
It's hard to say.
It was tough to see.
Because the ball, you have to believe that when the ball's tipped, maybe the hand goes down and gets his arm, but it's hard to tell from all the way over here. My best guess is what the ref saw is that Tanner Holden tipped the ball, but maybe got his arm on the way down.
This Nutter Center crowd is loud right now. McGee hits his first free throw and ties it. And you can feel the energy in this room right now, Noah. 69, 69, 52.
Green Bay, they've made every free throw today, but this seems to be the one that's the most important.
And
One
McGee
go!
misses. Tanner Holden with the rebound. We are tied with 48 to go.
It's going to be a photo finish here.
Certainly is. Calvin passes Holden. Holden's been the hero all day. Holden directing his team. That one's poked out of bounds. With 16 to shoot, Raiders keep the ball.
Raiders, they've had a couple successful inbound plays. Let's see if they can find something here.
Norris inbounds to Wilborn. Back to Norris. Norris, screen. Out to Finke. 7 to shoot. Kicked ball on Green Bay with 6 to shoot for the Raiders. They'll get a new shot clock here.
The Raiders, they might call a timeout here. They will.
They will.
They're going to need an inbound play. 20 seconds now on the shot clock, it seems like.
So 7-second difference between shot and game clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 27 seconds to go in the game. We aren't going anywhere. We're having too much fun to go to commercial right now.
Oh, the Raiders. Looks like Sargent, this is where the head coaching job, this is what it all comes down to. He's drawing him a play right now for the inbound. Maybe it's something they've practiced, maybe it's something brand new. Either way, if you're Wright State, what are you looking for right now in this inbound play? What do you think? Do you think you're going to pass it to Holden on the inside, or do you think it's going to be Finke Calvin on the outside for a three-pointer?
I think if you're Sargent right now, and if I'm not a basketball coach, but if I was, I'd set a screen and let one of my sharpshooters get open on the outside. I'd let Finke get open. I'd let Wellage get open on the outside. Some of your sharpshooters, set a screen, let your guy get open, take that three-point shot.
Tim Finke, I believe, with about 35 seconds left, hit a three-pointer over Milwaukee earlier this week in this very arena. Maybe he can do it again.
He did. We shall see. We're coming out of the timeout. We are tied with 27 seconds to go here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center. Parker Testa, Noah Kindig on the call for you. Appreciate you joining us on WWSU 106.9 on this Saturday afternoon. 69 to 69, 27 seconds to go. Wright State with possession. Calvin to inbound. Here we go. Norris, back to Calvin. Over to Norris. Excuse me. Calvin for three. Bang! Calvin gives the Raiders a 3-point lead.
A big move from Calvin. Puts McGee on the ground. A three-pointer from range. He's got it all day. Timeout from Green Bay. Their final one.
Raiders fans loving it here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center.
Calvin had a similar play against NC State. It's a play that I've watched over a couple times. It wasn't near a situation like this, but Calvin gets a ball, a defender coming toward him, makes a quick move. The defender slips on the ground. Calvin with an easy three to put the Raiders up 3.
And that's a huge shot for the Raiders right here. They take a 3-point lead with 16.1 to go in the game. And we have another timeout by Will Ryan. Will Ryan, the second-year head coach of the Green Bay Phoenix. And what a day it's been for Tanner Holden, but Trey Calvin comes through right there, hits a 3-point shot with 16 seconds to go in the game.
Green Bay now, they need to come up with a 3-point play. It's going to try to be a sharpshooter on the outside, I'd imagine, but it could also be Wright State giving up a foul accidentally. But I imagine if you're Sargent and you're talking to your players, all you're saying right now is do not foul on the inside.
Nutter Center crowd is loving it right now. They are loud and they are proud. 16.1 to go in the game.
With that timeout call, Green Bay, they'll be able to inbound from the attacking side, so they will have a full 16 seconds for a shot somewhere.
Stieber hands it off. McGee out to Stieber for 3.
Won't go!
No good. Rebound.
So on the ground,
They're
4
gonna call-
seconds to play.
They're going to call a jump ball.
So it'll be Green Bay's, right? Yep. It'll be Green Bay's, right? So they got a jump ball earlier.
Possession arrow swings Green Bay. 4.7 to go. Green Bay needs a 3-point shot to tie this game and send us to overtime. Can they do it? Let's see.
Stieber went up for a three-pointer, but I believe it was Norris on top of him, didn't allow him to get a straight shot.
Randy Tucker checks in for the Phoenix. Will Ryan putting his shooters into the game right now. Stieber, McGee, Tucker, and Song Clayfin on the floor.
Stieber will be on the baseline here. If you're Green Bay, I think you just throw it back to Ansong or somebody on the far end.
Stieber, inbounds. Tucker for three.
No!
No good! Raiders win it! Raiders win this one 72-69 off of a game-winning shot
From Trey Calvin.
from Trey Calvin with 16 seconds to go.
Sergeant congratulating Calvin there, giving him a big hug.
Raiders win this one. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the post-game show. Don't go away.
Raider Nation, the WSU Raider post-game show. It starts right now.
That is the WSU Raider post-game show. I'm Parker Testa. Noah Kindig was on the call with me, but he had to go do the Guardian newspaper reporter stuff. So it'll be just me for the post-game show. Raiders win this one 72-69 off of a game-winning shot by Trey Calvin with 16 seconds to go. Raiders win this one. Tanner Holden, the leading scorer with 22 points, 12 of those points coming from the free throw line. Shot 12 for 13 from the charity stripe. Leading scorer for Green Bay. What a day for Lucas Stieber. 22 points, 8 for 10 shooting, 3 for 5 from the three-point line. The Raiders pick up their 6th win of the season here on New Year's Day. They move to 6-7 on the year. Their next time out will be against the UIC Flames coming up on January 6th, this Thursday night here at the Irvin J. Nutter Center, followed by IUPUI coming up on Saturday afternoon. So with that, we appreciate you hanging out with us on New Year's Day here from the Irvin J. Nutter Center. For Noah Kindig on the call with me today, and for Patrick Schmalstig in West Virginia helping me out today. I really appreciate his help as always. So for Noah Kindig, for Patrick Schmalstig, I'm Parker Testa saying so long and Happy New Year from the Irvin J. Nutter Center. We will talk to you soon. Raider up.